Don't forget folks, before we go any further, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, ring the bell and all that jibber jabber, and thank you very much for supporting Invincible Asia. On July 3rd of 2022, prolific novelist and screenwriter Ni Kuang died at the age of 87, reportedly after losing his battle with skin cancer. While I had originally wrote this on the day of his passing and the release of 88 Films Deluxe Edition of The Seventh Curse, I thought I would take the chance to look back at the work he created and the legacy he left, while at the same time deliver the second episode in my new series called Heroes of the East, inspired by the Shaw Brothers title he penned in 1978 for director Lau Gar-leung during his time at the Shaw Brothers studios. Born in Shanghai in 1935, Ni Kuang had quite a challenge in his younger years when he joined the People's Liberation Army at 16. After being assigned to a post in Inner Mongolia, Ni found himself sentenced to death in 1956 after he was charged with the destruction of public property, an act that he claimed saw him and other soldiers remove planks from a wooden bridge to burn and keep warm. After fleeing back to Shanghai, Ni Kuang's family members paid to have him smuggled to Hong Kong soon after, where he would get his first taste of fame in the early 1960s after the publication of his New Adventures of Wisely, a character he would bring to life in many projects over the decades that was followed with around 140 novels based on his adventures.
So that is Philip Wisely.
Ni soon moved into the film world, first providing stories, then actual screenplays, with Jimmy Wang Yu's One-Armed Swordsman securing his place in the Shaw Brothers studio in 1967. Over the next 2 decades, Ni would create stories and scripts for most of the Shaw Brothers studio's biggest directors, such as Chang Cheh, Lau Gar-leung, Lo Wei, Pao Shu-li, Ho Menghua, and Chor Yun, among others. These included classics such as Brothers 5, The Heroic Ones, The Boxer from Shantung, Four Riders, The Flying Guillotine, Killer Clans, The Magic Blade, Executioners from Shaolin, The Brave Archer, The 36th Chamber of Shaolin, Heroes of the East, Crippled Avengers, To Kill a Mastermind, 5 Element Ninjas, and so much more, including independent flicks such as Sammo Hung's Enter the Fat Dragon, Meng Hoi's Buddha Assassinator, Ti Lung's Kung Fu Emperor, and the highly entertaining Shaolin Drunk Fighter. Rumor has it that while director and producer Lo Wei would take the credit for writing Bruce Lee films The Big Boss and Fist of Fury, it would be Ni Kuang who actually created the characters of Cheng Chaoan and Chen Zhen, both of which Lee played, and the latter having also been brought to life by Jet Li and Donnie Yen over the years respectively. Around 1984, Ni would begin to slow down his screenplays after the amazing 8-diagram Pole Fighter, followed by Just Heroes in 1989, although he would still provide the stories for films such as The Seventh Curse, Last Eunuch in China, Bury Me High, Dreadful Melody, and The Cat, with Andrew Lau's 2002 film Wesley's Mysterious Files, also known as Blue Blood Man, being based on one of his stories. And while it has yet to be concluded just what the exact numbers of his works really are, it is reported that Ni had written over 300 Chinese-language, wuxia and science fiction novels, and quite possibly more than 400 film scripts during his career. Starting with The Seventh Curse, Ni would go on to make a handful of appearances in Hong Kong features, as well as appear as a regular host on the popular celebrity talk show alongside James Wong and Lam Choi that would casually conduct interviews with some of Hong Kong cinema's biggest stars. These included Jackie Chan, Pat Ha, Michael Hui, Rosamund Kwan, Kwan Tak Hing, Nina Li Chi, Carl Maka, Bridget Lin, John Sham, Joey Wong, and many others. Just prior to his beginnings in the film industry, Ni's wife gave birth to their son, Ni Kuang, better known to film fans as the handsome Joe Ni, who would go on to join the film industry in the late 1980s when he appeared as Gloria Yip's boyfriend in Jackie Chan's Miracles. Following that, Joe would star in films such as Just Heroes, Widow Warriors, and Devil's Vendetta, where he would meet actress Vivian Choi and would go on to marry her in 2009. Just a few years after his parents had returned to Hong Kong after living for 15 years in the United States. Over the years, and throughout his career, Ni Kuang was known for his strong political views and feelings against communism in China, often speaking of the value of individual freedom and respecting everyone's personal choices. However, these outspoken views saw a ban on his works across mainland China, which was no doubt a challenge for all involved, considering the great expanse of his writings. But still, today it's warming to know that Ni Kuang's work is still very much remembered, with more and more films that carry his names being restored and released on Blu-ray around the world for a whole new audience to experience and enjoy. And long may it continue.